Hello everyone, this is Sid here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually going to be doing something different from what I usually do. I'm going to be drawing some fan art for a webcomic. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please stay tuned. And without further ado, let's get started. So for those of you who have known me for a very long time, I actually did not start off drawing humans. I've always drawn them just like in my free time and stuff, but when I first started YouTube, I actually started off drawing dragons as a part of the Wings of Fire community. So, as I decided that I wanted to get more serious about drawing humans, I decided to watch more art YouTubers who are focused mostly on humans. And one of those YouTubers that I started watching was LavenderTowne. And I really love LavenderTowne's videos. I'll leave a link to her channel and some of her videos in the description down below if you'd like to check them out as well, because I would highly recommend you doing that if you are also into art, because she does have some amazing art tips. But LavenderTowne has just such an amazing style, and I personally love her art so much. She has inspired me so greatly on my artistic journey, and I truly cannot thank her enough for all that she's done to support and encourage me. But anyways, as soon as I figured out that LavenderTowne had a webcomic, I decided to read it. Now, I'm not the type who likes to read comics on my phone, so I did indeed order the printed version. I got a hard copy in the mail, but I read that and it was an amazing book. I loved it very much. It's a cute story about this witch named Planchette and some of her friends trying to get her house to become unhaunted. It's a nice little story for Halloween if you want a nice little spooky read, and I would highly recommend reading it. But anyways, the first character that I'm going to be drawing is of course the main character who I just mentioned previously. Her name is Planchette. And Planchette is a cute little short and stubby kitchen witch who likes to cook food and make sweet treats for all of her friends. And she has a cute little bunny rabbit friend named Winston, and I think LavenderTowne is really a master at character designing because Planchette's character design is just so amazing. It might look very basic at first, and I mean, that's because it really is. Like how she says in her videos, it's always important when you have a comic to make a character who's really simple so that you don't get burnt out whenever you have to draw them over and over again. But her design has all these little subtle details that really add a lot to the story. Like, for instance, her dress is black and white, which is really cool because, you know, that just gives nice spooky themes. But it also has these sleeves, these puffy sleeves, very round and circular shaped, that are white, and they have some black splotches on them. So if you look closely at these, you'll notice that they sort of look like little skulls, and that's because it is supposed to carry off a skull motif. So Planchette does have that cool detail in her dress. And she also has this cool, cute blue hair. I really love when people give their characters colorful hair, because I mean, that's something that I do as well. I am not afraid to push the boundaries on my hair. I do have a fantasy series, so I make it natural for all of my characters to have crazy colored hair. It's just one of my favorite things to do. But some of my own characters have blue hair. Not like this, it's more like navy blue. But yeah, I think it's really cute. And she does, of course, have her very classic, traditional big witch hat. Very iconic. And Planchette is just such a sweet character. I love how she struggles with her magic, she doesn't know how to control it, and she feels useless because nothing that she does ever works, and whenever she tries to get those ghosts out of her house, she always fails. It's a very relatable struggle because, I mean, I'm in the same boat, girlfriend. I don't succeed at anything I try to do. So, I understand. But the next character that I'm going to be drawing is the next one that we're introduced to, who is actually Pinyon. And Pinyon is actually very different from Planchette in terms of build. She's more like tall and skinny and lanky, and Pinyon's whole idea is that she comes from like a very rich and prestigious witch family. She lives in like a mansion, and she's very like preppy in that sort of sense, but she actually like has not unlocked her powers yet. I guess in LavenderTowne's universes, witches are supposed to unlock their powers when they're like 12, I think? I'm not exactly sure. But Pinyon has been 12 and older for a long time now, and she still hasn't unlocked her powers yet. But Pinyon has a friend named Ari, who is a little bird, and I love how it's sort of like those dogs that you see on the internet. It's like an African hound with like a really long white hair, and it's like dogs that look exactly like their owners. And then the owner also has long white hair. I feel like Pinyon and Ari look so much like each other because Pinyon's whole design just gives me so much bird vibes. Like, I love how her coat has like lots of feathers on it and how like her stomach is black, sort of like how most birds have a different colored stomach. And then like she has very puffy like shorts, sort of like how birds usually have like fluffy legs. I just think it's really cool how Pinyon looks a lot like a bird. And I love how her hair is really messy and how she has a little hat with feathers. I think the hat is really cute because it's sort of like a nest and Ari sits on top of it, so it's like her little birdie friend is just sitting in the nest on her hair. I think Pinyon is a very sweet character. Pinyon is one who is really shy and quiet and doesn't really talk much. She likes to be helpful, but she also struggles with getting stuff done, so yeah. The next character that I drew was Sun. And Sun actually works at like a supermarket or something. I'm pretty sure she works like 10 different jobs. Sun is very much a devoted, dedicated, and hardworking type gal. She has this condition. I'm not exactly sure what happened, I forgot. I think someone put a curse on her when she was a child, but basically like her eye completely disappeared and her head is now covered in like bangs. So no one can really see her face. Everyone thinks that she's really ugly because of this. And because everyone thinks that she's ugly, no one really wants to like talk to her. Which of course she does not like because, I mean, that just has to be awful. If you're just like completely stricken away from society and isolated, even as like such a young child, that must be like especially painful. And like even her own parents don't really like her that much and don't really understand why anyone would ever want to be her friend. So Sun has committed so much time to trying to get a job that will help her get enough money to pay for a surgery to somehow like lift the curse and fix her face. So Sun, sometimes she's really just in it for the money and it can make her a little bit greedy, but I love how this character is so relatable in her fatal flaw and misbelief that she is ugly. And I love how the next character that I'm going to be drawing, who is Babs, helps her to see past that. As I just said, this character is Babs. Babs is a siren, so she has the opposite problem of Sun, where Sun is like perceived to be ugly and she thinks people will hate her because of how she looks. Babs is struggling because all of the boys are like really into her because of how she looks and they're all like trying to take advantage of her and stuff like that and be predatory. It's really sad, but she would do anything to just get the boys to like stop because she feels really uncomfortable and unsafe with how they're acting. So Babs actually approaches Sun in order to ask her about like how to drive people away, because she sees Sun and she doesn't think, well, oh, that girl is ugly. She thinks like, oh, that girl is really strong if she's able to push so many people away from her. So Sun of course is like immediately insulted by this, but over the course of the story she starts to understand like why Babs is asking this of her, because Babs really does have it hard, just as hard as Sun does. I love how each of these characters in this story has their own unique internal conflict. It really adds lots of layers to the story, even farther than just the normal plot of trying to get the ghost to go away, but it also adds a layer of like, well, these own personal obstacles that we need to overcome, these own challenges and things that are standing in our way. How are we going to get past those as a team and as friends? So I love how Babs and Sun form sort of like an unlikely friendship, and I'm not exactly sure if they are like romantically into each other. I think there was a scene where they tried to kiss each other or something like that, but I do think that they would be an amazing couple just because like they flow to each other so well in such amazing, perfect juxtaposition, and I do think they would go very well together. They are both very cute together and I just love them so much. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Once again, if you would like to read Unfamiliar or check out LavenderTowne's YouTube channel, I will have links to both of those in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. because it always helps me out so much when you do, and I really do appreciate it. It helps to boost my YouTube channel into the algorithm so that more people like you can see my videos, and that's always an amazing thing because I am indeed an artist, and it always brings me such joy when so many people get to see my artwork. And the good thing for you is that staying subscribed helps you to get notified whenever I post new content, which is actually very frequently. I post new long-form videos every single week, and I post lots of short-form videos every single day. So you will always have something fun to watch and you will never be bored. But anyways, I hope that y'all all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Always remember that I love you, and goodbye!